The month of May explodes in Boston Wrestling MWF. Joining us for the first time in studio will be ECW icon New Jack, Saturday, May the 8th, taping episodes of Wrestling Insiders in a special live episode with a Cyber autograph signing. Then Saturday, May the 22nd, Sunday, May the 23rd, the legendary Demolition Axe, the Masked Superstar, one half of the greatest tag team in WWE history, joins us for 2 days of Wrestling Insider tapings in a live Cyber autograph signing with photos already signed by Demolition Smash. It's going to be a month to remember. Head on over to bostonwrestling.com. Pre-order your 8x10 photos now and help keep wrestling legends working.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Mirade.
And I'm Mr. USA WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas.
The road to WrestleMania has begun. Wrestling fans are looking to add to their man caves. You got to see what we have in the eBay store.
Check it out.
The Undisputed Era kicked ass and took no prisoners in WWE NXT. Now you can own this limited edition collector's autographed art print personally signed by Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. Also signed by the original artist, Rob Schamberger, one of only 50 made direct from our friends at WWE. Help keep wrestling legends working. Get this awesome collectible for your collection now.
Cheer! Why, hello! I would ask what was on your mind, but I already know. You want to know what has got my beard looking oh so majestic. And I'll tell you, it's sexy as hell beard care. Coconut oil, vitamin E oil, almond oil, both sweet and bitter, shea butter, it's all natural. Yes, JTG has actually come out with a high quality product. So support your boy by going to sahbeardcare.com and take one step closer to becoming sexy as hell. Cheer. Ooh, cheer. You know?
Boston wrestling sports and the MWF explodes into a new year of unknown with professional wrestling content galore, and we need you to join our family. Every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. after we review the previous night's Monday Night Raw, it's Wrestling Insiders at your house with the unpredictable WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA Tony Atlas. Wednesday nights after WWE, NXT, and AEW at 10 p.m., you never know who's going to show up on Wrestling Insiders Special Edition. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. after our NXT and Dynamite review, it's Marty Jannetty's No Holds Barred Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll journey through the 80s and 90s on Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Friday nights after the lights go down at the Thunderdome on SmackDown, it's John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insiders Fabulous Fridays. Plus, look for classic clips, bonus live episodes, pay-per-view watch-alongs, and more. If you want early, ad-free access to all of our Wrestling Insider talk shows, our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library, and to help keep wrestling legends working during the worst of times, for less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, join our growing family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Expect the unexpected in 2021.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there, live.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insider's Current Events. I'm Dan Mirade. We'll be joined in a moment by my partner in crime, longtime Boston Wrestling MWF associate, Mr. Dave Carter. I know he's very busy in his calendar right now. He is setting the date aside. Saturday night, November the 13th, we return home to Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts for our 20th anniversary live event. Also, our Back to the 80s WrestleFest reunion. If Dave only knew who I was emailing with today about coming in to join us for the event, oh my goodness, he'd be thinking green. That's a different story for a different time. I don't want to tease him and break his balls too much.
I can't wait to find out.
Well, he knows I'm a ball breaker. He's known me now for the better part of 13 or 14 years. But we do have a lot going on here in the world of Boston wrestling. Again, we're going to have big news on that live event, wrestling, reunion, autograph photo, Fanfest in the months and weeks to come. A lot of work is going into that, but you have to remember, folks, we are now literally just about 48 hours away from the debut. You want to talk about blood and guts, which we're certainly going to be talking about on this program tonight. A man that is known for blood and guts makes his debut in this fine studio. There's only one man we can be talking about, Dave.
That is ECW hardcore legend, New Jack, who I am so excited about. I cannot wait.
We have a lot going on with New Jack, folks. I don't want to spoil too much, but if you guys help the cause with the autographs and the super chats during the live episode Saturday night, there is a very good chance New Jack could be back within the month and become a series regular on the show. I am really looking forward to having New Jack with us. A lot of people have their own opinions on New Jack. I can only say this. We worked with him way back in 2002. I found him to be a man of character and integrity and a man of his word. Is there a lot of crazy that goes along with New Jack? Absolutely. I don't think anyone's going to deny that, but I think it's going to make for some must-see TV on Wrestling Insiders. Again, along with New Jack being live with us this Saturday night, a week from Sunday, it's going to be WrestleMania Backlash, and we're going to have the pay-per-view watch-along live. We always have fun during these pay-per-view watch-alongs. I was told by a good friend of mine in Stamford, Connecticut today, a tremendous prize is en route to Marty Hill that we're going to put on the wheel, baby. We're going to be loading up the prize wheel, Dave. You know we have fun spinning it as long as the little pegs don't break off.
Great. All the prizes are always great. So if this one is something from there, I can only imagine what it's going to be. Buy those slots before they're all sold out.
We might need a new wheel. It's falling apart so quick.
Uh-oh.
That's a different story for a different time. We have to be gentle with our spins because you know how much fun I have doing the spinning. I'm like a little child with that thing.
I know, with the little black pegs falling off.
Oh, Jesus. Let me tell you. And then in 2 weeks, folks, we have a doubleheader weekend that I'm really pumped up for. Saturday, May the 22nd, Sunday, May the 23rd. It is the return to the studio of one half of the greatest tag team in WWE history. Demolition Axe joins us for some historical Wrestling Insider tapings, watch-alongs, and big live cyber autograph signings. You remember, not only was Bill Eadie Demolition Axe, he was also the mass superstar, the man who Bob Backlund was going to lose the WWF World Championship to, but Backlund refused to due to Bill Eadie's lack of shoot ability. Therefore, he decided to lose it to the Iron Sheik, who went on to lose it to Hulk Hogan and create Hulkamania. And if under different circumstances, perhaps it could have been the mass superstar that was the former world champion that lost the title to Hulk Hogan. That is history we can discuss on those Wrestling Insider programs. Again, we invite you to join us live on May 22nd, May 23rd. We desperately need you because the numbers continue to sink. We need help, baby. Hopefully tonight at 10 p.m. you'll join us for Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Marty Jannetty's no-holds-barred sex, drugs, and rock and roll look at the world of professional wrestling. WWF in 1989 this week. We talk a little bit more about Zeus and No Holds Barred the movie, how there was a little dissension with Demolition. His Smash was originally going to have a part in the film, and Axe wound up getting it. We talk about the departures of the company of Big John Studd and the Blue Blazer, better known as Owen Hart. Very interesting episode if you loved the WWF. In 1989, in that era, it's a great hour or so long episode with Marty tonight at 10 p.m. Set a reminder now, join us. But Dave, let me tell you, what an episode of AEW Dynamite last night. I pass the baton to you.
Wow, something like that means you must have really enjoyed it because usually you're saying something else about it.
Well,
it's that, honestly, it wasn't this isn't going to be the long review because that last match took up about 45 minutes of it, 50 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
which, but anyways, yeah, it was a good show. I'm not going to deny that. I had a really good time watching it this week. Like we said, it's AEW Dynamite from May 5th, 2021. We kicked it off with Kenny Omega and MT Nakazawa versus John Moxley and Eddie Kingston. As they're coming out, you just see Nakazawa coming out, and Don Cal says, Kenny cannot wrestle tonight. He's not here. You have the announcer saying, no, we seen him backstage. He's just lying. So then then Eddie and John Moxley come out. Man, how bad does Eddie Kingston look? Side note. He looks awful, huh?
Yeah. My opinion on him. I think he speaks very well, but as far as his in-ring presentation goes, it's ugh.
Like, I can't believe somebody on national television now still not putting in any effort to get in shape. But anyways, I know I'm going to hear the end of that. Yeah.
It's sad. I mean, I'll say it. Sad.
All right, well, I'm glad you agree with me because some people are just AEW faithful. They'll be making, saying stuff, but whatever. As they're coming out, you see Kenny Omega attacking Eddie and Moxley as they enter down to the ring because they're coming through, I guess, the crowd, you would say. It wasn't the actual staging.
Right.
They start battling all over the ring. What do you think of Nakazawa? I think he's almost like a joke. I don't know.
Yes, he almost. I'm waiting for them to start superimposing. Indeed, when he speaks.
Right,
Remember
exactly.
what they did with Kai and Tai back during the Attitude Era?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I watch it and I'm like, what is this? How can you take this guy? I don't know. This is crazy. We're freaking what's the word? What's the word I'm thinking of? We're actually in the same, we're thinking the same right now. You know what I mean? Usually we don't do that.
Well, I mean, you know what? Common sense can apply sometimes.
Right, exactly. Usually we're not usually like that. But it was a back and forth match. Kenny Omega ends up walking out at the end, which causes Moxley and Kingston to win by pinfall. Young Bucks show up, and then the Good Brothers show up, and they just attack Kingston and Moxley. Bucks join in the beating as well. I put Mac Jackson looking like Prince Iakea and Matt looking like the singer of the AC/DC, Brian Johnson. I friggin' died, dude. Literally, he looked like Prince Iakea. That's all I could think of when I seen Matt. And then Nick, sorry. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But what did you think of the match? I thought the match was pretty good till the end. I just can't stand that ending. Every time they wrestle, that's the ending we get. All of them coming out, fighting each other. It's kind of getting old.
It's the same old song. Da, 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 da. No, you're right. And you want to know something? I hate to say it because, 2 of the 4 participants are great talents. It almost seemed like a waste of a match where it was placed on the card with everything else going on the show that night. I wouldn't have had that match last night.
No, you don't need it.
I would have held off a week.
No, you definitely don't need that.
Again, it just seems like it's one of those situations where we got to get everybody humanly possible on the show.
Right, and the thing is, why do you need the Good Brothers on the show? They're not even supposed to be in AEW. They're just part of the crew because they do the thing. They're on AEW more than they are on Impact now. I don't.
Not a horror, but by no means a bad effort. Just an overkill, I guess. Maybe is the word I'm looking for.
What I'm saying. If I'm gonna, I tune in AEW. I want to see the Good Brothers on that. I don't know. But anyways, here we go. We get another match. No promo, which I'm shocked because usually it's a promo and then a match. But we just went right into another match, which was QT Marshall with the Factory versus Cody Rhodes with Arn Anderson. Basically, the match starts going. You see Cody trying to use the belt on QT. The ref grabs it, but then that allows QT to I'm going to start calling him Marshall because I can't keep on saying QT. I feel like, what the hell am I saying? Marshall to use it on Cody. He ends up getting a couple slaps on Cody. Arn gets involved, getting some licks on QT, which I kind of liked. It's good to see some of the old legends that can still throw a punch do it.
Yeah, why not?
You know what? Not for nothing, it was a good match. I'm not going to lie. We always crap on QT Marshall, but this was actually a pretty good match. QT does the crossroads to Cody, but Cody kicked out. Countering tombstone pile drivers, which I thought was actually pretty, cool and athletic. That's, that can't be an easy task to do with each other. QT kicks out of the crossroads. Cody started bleeding from the eye. I don't know where he got it cut on, but he started bleeding pretty good from the eye. Cody ends up winning by submission with the figure 4. Anthony Ogogo comes out from the Factory, punches Cody right in the stomach, and basically knocks him out, and then puts the flag over Cody. I don't know. I thought the match was good till the ending again. It's just something else. We have two finishes basically the same way. You know what I mean? Somebody comes out, beats crap. Like, why can't we just have a regular match and then a finish?
Well, I mean, a lot can be said about this one. I know you liked it. I think it would be near impossible for Cody Rhodes to have a bad match. He's one of those guys, I continue to say, that WWE misused so much during almost his entire tenure as he continued to improve. He was used as an idiot with the face mask. He had the mustache for a while and just Stardust and just so many gimmicks that you could just flush down the toilet. When at the end of the day, as I've said before, could Cody Rhodes be the face of WWE, one of the true main event stars? I don't know about that, but could he be someone almost in like, maybe on par with the Jey Uso right now, who's in a lot of TV main events, who has decent spots on pay-per-views? Absolutely. That's where WWE missed the boat on someone that could be. I don't know about a million-dollar talent. I don't know about that, but I think he'd be pretty close. I think if they used him as he's used in AEW, he'd be pretty close to that top of the rung in WWE. For him to have a bad match, he'd really have to be in there with someone pretty bad. The need for this QT Marshall faction is absurd and ridiculous. Before they put them out there, they need to establish who they are, why they exist, what their point of view is, what their intent is in AEW. Instead, you're just, I guess, supposed to know that QT Marshall runs a AEW-themed, I guess, wrestling school, and that these people are a part of it. Is that what I'm supposed to take from it?
Like I said about a go-go, that guy has Olympic whatever, boxing or whatever he is, but we got a little tidbit from an announcer saying it to us. We didn't get no build-up. How couldn't you build that up?
Right, but I mean, am I missing anything, or is that what the point of view is supposed to be?
No, you're totally right.
Okay, because I don't know otherwise.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's kind of it's ridiculous that they wouldn't at least do something with Anthony Ogogo because of his background. You know what I mean? That's somebody you could tell a nice story with, build him up. I don't know.
I'm going to guess that Cody... I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I'm going to guess that Cody bled hard way out of that, but certainly there was no blood needed in that match. At least this episode.
Right on. Yeah, I totally agree. From there, we have Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky come out. Scorpio rips off Sting saying by riddle me this, riddle me that, who's afraid of the big black bat. Says Sting is ripping off this company. You overstayed your welcome. It's my time, bitch. Everybody likes to say the word bitch in this company. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Page says, let's talk about your surgeries. Talking about, what's his face, Sting. And then says, you wear the paint because of the wounds I gave you. Darby attacks both of them from behind, but you knew that wasn't going to turn out well because of just the way it is. Sky and Page end up getting the upper hand and throwing Darby down the stairs, which he took a friggin' hot shot on the last set of stairs.
Sure did.
I was like, Jesus. I mean,
very risky. You're not going to be able to gimmick cement stairs.
No, and I just seen that last set. He just literally missed them all and just plap. And I'm like, whoa, that was a hot hit.
And I believe he bled a bit too.
Yeah, he did it looked like he almost had like a scrapes on his face or something. I was glad to see Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, which I talked about on the show. So if this is a way to get him on, great, because I do like both of them, especially Scorpio Sky, and I think Ethan Page has a lot of potential. I don't know how much have you seen of him, because I know you don't really watch Impact all that often, if any, other than when we do the watch-alongs. But I do enjoy them. I'm hoping this will turn into something. I don't know. What did you think of the segment?
I thought Scorpio Sky was very good.
Yes.
I thought his promo was excellent. I'm so happy he's away from the SCU nonsense. It only took away from a great athlete being involved in comedic bullshit.
Did they ever say why?
No. Okay.
Unless
it happened on Dark or Dark Elevation or one of those shows that I don't see.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. No, it's nothing against Kazarian, but I mean, it was not good for him. It's for the other two. It's fine. They're a solid. Have I ever watched what?
No, I was saying that's a good assignment right now. If any of the fans, while they're tuning in, chatting with us, let us know if maybe we missed it on Dark and tell us why Sky's not with SCU unless, because I have no idea. I didn't look into it.
Yeah, if anyone knows why Sky is not with SCU, I'm actually kind of interested too. One of those burning questions in professional wrestling.
Right on. From there, we get Dr. Britt Baker versus Julia Hart. Quick match. Britt Baker wins by submission. Not much to say about because it's literally a snap of the fingers and it was over, which is a good thing because
Yes.
there was just so much to do before the big blood and guts match. I'm so happy Dave Meltzer was wrong because remember I told you a couple weeks ago that he was reporting that they were just going to have one match, 2 hours long.
Can you imagine?
Oh, I couldn't
Nothing
imagine.
against their efforts, but I mean that 2 hours of it would have been God.
Oh yeah. I'm so glad his reporting was wrong on that or whatever. I know you say sometimes it's told to him or whatever. Whatever the case may be, I'm glad it was wrong. From there, I kind of like this.
Just side note, any background on Julia Hart, or was she just pretty much supposed to be an enhancement talent?
They didn't give anything on her during the match. I didn't look into her. I guess I can do it for next time she's on.
I don't know if she's ever on again. Yeah.
For nothing. She looked really young, right?
Yeah.
She looked like an 18-year-old girl. I don't know. She looked really young. But I like this little segment promo, whatever you want to call, with Taz going over Christian's movesets on what he did wrong during his matches and how they can basically counteract now because they know what he does when he's setting up a move. And Taz was going over it all. I kind of like this. It was different. And I think I'm also biased because I like Taz, whatever he does. What did you think of it?
I thought it was very sports-like, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I continue to believe Taz is one of the best promos in the business in 2021. I thought it was a very effective segment. And it really has nothing to do with the segment, where is Ricky Starks? This is the guy. This would be the guy I would be out there pushing as one of my top heels for a new generation of fans, for a new generation of wrestling. I don't know what it is, but I don't know him size-wise, and I don't know him personally. So, sometimes there are personal issues with people, why they're held back in certain instances. But from what just I see visually on television and from what I see on their roster, this is a guy I would be grooming to be one of the next generation of superstars.
Oh, absolutely. I can't disagree with any of that. I really like him, too. I think we both have been saying it week after week as we do these reviews. Ricky Starks is the guy for sure.
Yeah. But I thought it was a good segment nonetheless. That really had nothing to do with Ricky Starks.
Look at us agreeing on everything tonight.
I'm telling you, baby, we're on fire.
Yeah. From there, we get the tag team, I guess, turmoil match or whatever you want to call it, to face the Young Bucks next week on Dynamite. We have the Varsity Blondes versus Jurassic Express versus SCU versus the Acclaim. First of all, I want to say the Acclaim, they're talented, man, especially the one that raps. I forget his name. What's his name? Max Caster, yeah. Man, they're a talented team, and especially him, I could see something big with him. I think when the WWE will definitely try to get them out once, you know what I mean, once their contract's here, or if they're trying to search the waters to see what's out there, because, I like them a lot. What do you think of them?
I actually had it in my notes. Absolutely love them. Anthony Bowens is someone I have spoken to in the past about competing here in Boston Wrestling MWF. I really didn't know Max Caster before going to AEW. He was someone that was recommended by someone in our inner circle, no pun intended, with the faction in AEW. But I think they have tremendous potential. I think they're a great addition to the show. Both are still a little green in the ring, but what Caster has charisma-wise certainly carries them into what should be featured spots on the television show as they continue to improve. The whole match, you had a lot of guys, that in 3 or 4 or 5 years from now could be excellent, tremendous talents as they get a little bit older and have more experience under the belt.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Now, as the match goes, pretty good match. It was actually a quick match, honestly. I mean, it wasn't that quick, but for something like this, you figure they would prolong it, make it a little bit longer, but it wasn't that long. It was actually a pretty decent way to do it. I didn't mind it. It wasn't like it was real spotty. It was just a good match, I thought. SCU won by pinfall and will face the Bucks next week for the titles, which I kind of assume because they're still going with that thing. If they lose, they're not going to be a tag team anymore. So, I don't know. I kind of, I don't know if they're going to beat the Bucks. If I had to guess, I'm going to say No, because of the way the Bucks are. But who knows? What do you think? What do you think of the match and your prediction for the match next week?
The match itself, like you said, it was quick. It wasn't that bad. Again, you had 6 guys in there that are green, that are only going to get better, that several years from now, I mean, you could be talking about some elite marquee talent. Are they marquee elite talent right now? Not especially. I think, again, Max Caster's charisma is off the charts, and I think that's going to help carry them. People seem to have a lot of fun with Jurassic Express. My thoughts on that. I think Pillman and Garrison both have a lot of potential too. Pillman, obviously, we've seen here in Boston Wrestling MWF. Big Kazarian fan. I've never been one so much of Daniels. But here's what gets me is this fucking stupid stipulation. It was ridiculous when Cody Rhodes, out of the blue, just on TV says, if I don't beat Chris Jericho, I'm never challenging for the title again. Why would anyone put that stipulation on themselves without it coming from a power that be? Absurd, ridiculous. It just said to me he's going to lose ahead of time. I remember when they were doing one of their many tournaments they've had, Goldust, or he just goes by Dustin Rhodes in AEW, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Same thing. In like an opening round match in the tournament, not even like the finals or anything. In an opening round match, he says, if I lose, I'm going to retire. Why would someone put that stipulation on themselves? For no reason, for no point, in almost a meaningless television match. And again, here you have a tag team, 2 guys that are, getting up there. I believe both are in their 40s at this point. Why would they say, we're going to split up as a team the next time we lose? What a stupid fucking thing for them to come up with. I'm just the thought process behind it. Where is the common sense in coming up with that angle other than saying they're going to be splitting up sooner than later? Because obviously they're certainly not going to be the team of the future at their age. I mean, I don't know if Daniels is going to retire and go into some kind of an office role or what it is, but here's how it should have gone. I got to be Dan Mirade, the booker. Should have been SCU at some point on a big pay-per-view or something like that. They fought heel tag team champions and they lost. And they begged, they wanted a rematch, and whether it be Tony Khan or some other official, no, you had your match, you're not getting another one. And then they get to the point to say, you know what, we want this rematch so bad, if you give it to us and we lose, we will never team again. Then you actually have some genuine interest in what is now a very bland, pointless, uninteresting gimmick that I don't think too many people give a fuck about. Or am I wrong?
No, I totally agree, and that's
all right,
the thing.
Thank you.
That definitely makes sense. Why? Exactly what you said is, why would you put a stipulation like that on yourself?
It's crazy.
It's like saying...
That's like saying, all right, the next time, if I'm 3 minutes late coming to work next week, I'm never going to work again. I mean, it's stupid.
Dude, I was just going to say that same thing. I was going to say,
I'm sorry.
If I'm late for work next week one day, please fire me. I don't deserve... What? Like, something might, it's ridiculous.
What if they're in a match where, against the Young Bucks and Gallows and Anderson and Omega and Callis run in and cost them the match? They're going to cost the team the being able to work together in the future forever. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in the creative meeting when that idea was put up on the chalkboard. I'll say this, I give the idea a thumbs down, but Dave, we got to ask our great fans if they're enjoying the content we're putting out there. There's many ways they can help this show that cost absolutely nothing. One of them is to give the show a big thumbs up. We are not the Kazarian and Christopher Daniels SCU gimmick. If you love the show, love the content, give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for over 2,000 free videos. It is absolutely free. The more people that engage with what we do, with the thumbs up, with the subscriptions, the more new fans, YouTube is going to showcase our content to. And there are millions of wrestling fans, especially those great lapsed fans that loved the 80s boom, that loved the Monday Night Wars and the Attitude Era. They don't know we exist. So we got to get them back in the fold, but we need your help. You are our tag team partners.
Yes, sir.
In addition to that, when it comes to our great talk shows like we have tonight at 10 p.m. with Marty Jannetty, when we continue our flashback to the year WWF 1989, share the links on social media. Again, it costs absolutely nothing. Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Facebook wrestling groups, popular wrestling websites. Just share the link. Help get the word out. The more fans that get involved, the more wrestling legends we can keep working, the more great content we can bring to you. That is our ultimate goal. You know, again, April was a rough month, and we're off to a bad few days in May, so we could really use some help, especially when New Jack is with us live this Saturday night for that Cyber autograph signing and shoot interview. But back to the AEW review.
Side note, while I was at the gym today before we did this, I was watching a great X Division match back in 2003 between Kazarian, Michael Shane, and Chris Sabin. Man, that match was awesome. Just a side note, because you're talking about Kazarian right now.
How were you watching that?
On the Impact Plus app. I was watching it while I was doing
phone?
cardio. Yeah, while I was doing cardio.
That's cool.
I just figured that match was so good. You probably remember. Do you remember Michael Shane? His face blew up pretty much because he got hit with the chair, bleeding everywhere. The belt fell off 3 different times, and they had to keep on putting it up.
And I remember our friend Al Snow crucified that, and that was back when he was with WWE, because his train of thought was, okay, why didn't anyone as a quote-unquote worker think, improvise, and jump on the belt and capture it?
Yeah,
instead of waiting for them to hang it up again over and over again. But that was I remember that conversation vividly.
Great
I had
match,
with him.
though. Great match. If any of you have the Impact Plus app or have YouTube or something, go watch it. You won't be disappointed. But going back to AEW Dynamite last night, we find out that Moxley will face Yuji Nagata for the IWGP US title next week. It's the first time ever that title's, I guess, being defended on US soil or US television is what I got from it.
Yes.
I mean, I honestly don't care. I think it's a cool match, whatever. But I know the Dave Meltzers of the world. And
I don't really care about Yuji Nagata.
No, not at all. Especially the guy's like 55 years old. I don't.
He's not really a youngin'.
No, but you know who's going to love this and who's going to give it 25 stars is your boy Dave Meltzer, because he loves Yuji Nagata and IWGP and all that bullshit.
Well, I'll say this. I think they did a nice job at least trying to establish who and what Yuji Nagata was.
Right on.
They made him seem like a threat, but with Moxley's promo, I thought Moxley's promo was actually very good.
Oh, it was. It was good.
That's why I don't think they needed that opening match.
It just, when they do stuff like that, I just feel like a fan that's just tuning in is going, what am I watching? Am I watching AEW? Wasn't he just on TV in AEW? Now he's going to be, I don't know. I just feel like it gets confusing for a casual fan.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
But anyways, back there we have Tony Schiavone in the ring. Kenny Omega comes out for an interview. Kenny says he's been a busy man. Look at all the gold. Speaking of that, goddamn, why does he have so damn titles? He doesn't even defend them all. And he makes the Impact title, which I loved. Bully Ray was on Busted Open Radio today and basically shit on Kenny Omega, saying, acting like the Impact Championship doesn't mean shit. I know it's a ha-ha thing. You're probably going to laugh at it. Either way, why is he shitting on the title like it doesn't mean anything? The most prestige titles AEW. Like,
let me ask you this. How is, and I don't know, this is an actual genuine question. How is he shitting on the Impact title?
Because he says the most prestige title in the industry is the AEW World Championship. Shouldn't they all be?
Okay.
You know what he said? And it's just basically that Impact Championship is an afterthought. Then why did you wrestle for it? Why did they give you the title? That's bullshit. Because Rich Swann did a hell of a job with it. There are plenty of guys in the Impact Wrestling that could deserve it, that could use it, and definitely make the belt. You know what I mean? But no, this guy's got it. It's an afterthought. I don't know. It just bothers the shit out of me. But anyway.
You know what? Rich Swann was so busy defending that championship, he no-showed the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlock Story Drive, and 5 months later still hasn't returned to my phone calls.
Well, that's a story for another day.
There you go.
Schiavone announces, when I heard this, Schiavone announced Pac versus Cassidy will face each other next week, and the winner will face Omega after a pay-per-view. You're telling me there's a chance Orange Cassidy could headline a pay-per-view versus Kenny Omega? Why? Why?
I just
Why?
hope there is no human being in that company that has any thought of having Cassidy go over.
Dan, I'm telling you, if he wins that title at that pay-per-view, we ain't doing no reviews anymore. I can't.
That's it. You're gonna
I
call
can't.
it all off.
Don't get me wrong. He's funny, haha, if you like that. But come on. A champion of that caliber? Dude.
It's Eugene in 2004.
Right. And I just don't know how you can take him serious. If I was an Arrest fan and I just said, oh, what's this on TNT? You see a guy in a denim coat, jeans, just tap kicking somebody, hands in pocket, wearing sunglasses. I'll be like, what the hell is this? This is a joke. Boom, click, wrestling's FAKE, stupid. Oh, whatever. Anyways, Kenny doesn't think Cassidy has a shot. Cassidy comes out. Kenny just starts laughing at him. Kenny says, you're a feel-good wrestler. You can't be championship material, which I actually agreed with. The whole promo that he cut on him is totally right. He takes off Cassidy's sunglasses, talks about his sunglasses, says he's taking his sunglasses, puts them on Nagata. Don't count on that title match next week, and basically walks away. I don't know. I want to know how you feel. You tell me now. I want to hear what you think of this whole thing.
How many times can I bury Orange Cassidy? I think it's an embarrassment to wrestling. I think if you had a company that was aimed towards elementary school children, I think it might be fun, but I don't think it's fun on the platform that it's on right now and what AEW is trying to do. I believe they have ratings that say otherwise that people watch, but you know what? There's a lot of car crashes I've driven by. And that doesn't mean I see a lot of value in it as far as when I watch it for free.
Right.
I don't know. I don't see the phenomenon. I think Pac is an outstanding talent. I think Pac and Omega would make for a great pay-per-view match.
Hell yeah. I just can't see Pac winning because they haven't built him up for anything. He's been back and he's had 3 matches and that's it.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And Cassidy's supposedly supposed to be the hot commodity. You know what I mean?
You can only hope that common sense applies and the right man is the victor next Wednesday night.
I hope they totally swerve us and it's Pac, because then I'll be like, hell yeah, this will be a hell of a match.
Now, I believe this pay-per-view coming up is on a Sunday. Am I correct?
Yeah, May 30th, Sunday, yep.
Oh, that's different for us. And again, I don't want to say AEW is making a mistake, but I like Saturday night pay-per-views. I think that's part. I'm sorry?
Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, okay, even better. But I think I think it had that UFC cool kind of vibe to it with it being on Saturday night. But one man's opinion. And I know you don't have to get up for work the next day, yeah.
No, so it'll be good.
But you won't have to because it's a holiday weekend, right? Do you have to work on Memorial Day?
Oh, no, exactly. You're right.
Oh, good. But, so, my God, we have, 3 straight weekends? 4 straight weekends.
Yep.
This weekend, then WrestleMania Backlash, then Axe, then AEW. Yep. My God, hopefully all these live shows help recoup after a disaster of April.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah is right, baby.
From there, we get Miro, an interview with Tony Schiavone. Miro says no one is going to distract him from his destiny. He has a contract to face Darby Allin next week for the title. I think they've already distracted him from his destiny playing this video game bullcrap that he's been doing. But I honestly think this is the week we see Darby Allin lose the title. I think they're going to put it on Miro. I think he needs it to try to establish him of something because they've done worse than the WWE has done with him.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean...
I think it would take a lot of outside interference. They seem to really love Darby Allin. And you know what?
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
You know what I'm thinking? Ugh, I hope they don't do it, but I think Kip Sabian's going to...
Cost Miro the match?
Yep, I just forgot that because they haven't finished that feud yet.
They really haven't even started it.
But you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Ugh,
and then they can always put that as a pay-per-view match, Miro and Sabin.
Right.
Sabian, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Ugh, God. I wish I didn't think of that. But from there, we get what we all came to watch. The blood and guts match. Two rings, one big steel cage, the Pinnacle with Tully Blanchard versus Inner Circle. Right off the bat, all the announcers are saying the Pinnacle's going to win because they get the experience with Tully Blanchard. We started off with Sammy Guevara versus Dax Hardwood. Dax got cut open early, man. He was bleeding pretty good.
I loved it.
Go ahead.
I loved it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It looked really good. Sammy Guevara did a stumble off the rope and just wiped out. Did you see that? When
That
he
was
went
more
to jump,
towards the middle of the match. Yeah, after he
But-
got hit, he took a pretty
Yeah.
stiff a pretty stiff chair shot, and I don't remember seeing his hands go up. So he might
No,
have been in La La Land at that point.
I like the way they did it. I thought the match was really good as it went on. I don't think I ever seen the first one or whatever you want to call it. You'll have some record. You can probably tell us about how it was. I didn't even go back and watch it. I probably should have just to compared it, see if it was kind of like the one from back in 1987 they said it was.
Yeah, yep. JJ, I believe, was seriously injured in his shoulder from taking the Doomsday device from the Road Warriors.
Oh, you know what? That must have been what they were told when Ross said that someone actually really did lose his career after this match.
Well, JJ really didn't wrestle, so it really wasn't saying much.
But that's what
That'd
he
be
said.
like saying right now, I guess an equivalent would be if Paul Heyman got injured in a match,
Right.
and then they said someone never competed again. You know what I mean? JJ very, very seldom got in the ring from time to time, but they did that because on the opposite side, Paul Ellering, the Legion of Doom's manager, was involved.
Right on. From there, I have Wardlow's such a big dude, man. They got some big guys in AEW, and they just don't use them right yet. I hope they do something because, I mean, you're talking Lance Archer, you have Wardlow, you have Miro. I mean, you got some big dudes, and they just don't use them as anything. I don't get it. You got Brian Cage. I don't know. I'm just waiting. But Wardlow's a big dude. I can't wait to see what's in store for him. The ring gets exposed as they come back from commercial. You see it all folded up. The bare wood is shown. Lots of action, violent as it was. You have MJF and Chris Jericho on top of the cage. Jericho puts MJF in the walls of Jericho, which it really isn't a walls of Jericho. It's a Boston Crab. He doesn't do it the way he used to do it. Remember, he used to put the knee in the back?
Yeah.
I don't know why he doesn't do it that way anymore. That's how he used to do the walls of Jericho. MJF, just to go down, and then we can talk. I'll tell you everything else after. But MJF screaming, I'm going to throw him off the cage if you don't surrender. Keeps on saying it. Finally, Sammy goes, we surrender, we surrender. He ends up pushing Jericho off the cage and falls on the, whatever you want to call that. I don't know. What would you call that he fell on?
The stunt pad that was obviously exposed as soon as he hit it.
It was awful. I think everything was good up till the very ending. I mean, that was a creative way to end the match, but their bump, that was terrible.
Overkill.
Yeah, exactly. So for the match, I thought it was really well till the ending. I really thought the match was good. Same thing with the barbed wire blow up match. That whole match was good until the ending.
Yeah.
Explosion was
Up until the
firecracker,
bell rang, right?
Yeah. That's, it was really good. We've seen a lot of blood. Cash Wheeler too. I mean, Cash had a lot of blood too. He was worse than I think Dax.
Yeah.
There was a lot of blood. What did you think of the match?
I thought it was superb up until after the bell rang. Yet again, they had to overkill it. I mean, why would you do that stunt the same week on the same episode? You just had Darby Allin go down a flight of cement stairs. I mean, you take the entire impact and memory away of what should have been a pretty memorable angle with Darby Allin. Like I said, he was pretty roughed up from going down those cement stairs. You can't gimmick those cement stairs. As soon as Jericho hit that pad or whatever it was, you knew something odd was going on because they had that strange-looking stage. Where they had that platform in the middle.
Oh, yeah,
behind
absolutely.
Where that was. So I knew, I had an idea that something was going on. It was almost like back during my busy days with WWE when they did that Armageddon when Undertaker threw Rikishi off the top of the cage into the bale of hay. I mean, you knew something was happening. And, I mean, it was just so obvious. It looked like a big mattress was underneath those 4 great pillars that he went through. And why bother? Why overkill what was something that was great and memorable already?
They didn't need to do it.
And hopefully Jericho does not wrestle for quite a while at this point to try and sell that as something vicious and violent, as opposed to he's back in 2 weeks.
Well, that's the thing is, how are they going to do? You think he's going to take a step back, or?
I would give him a Wednesday. I would
May
say
30th.
even the pay-per-view is too soon. I mean, you know what? If someone, think of the impact that would have off someone in real life if they were thrown off the cage into a platform under the supposed steel entryway.
Oh, right on. I totally
I'd
agree.
give them a couple of months off, but that's just me. I don't think they'll wait that long. Because again, what's the problem with pro wrestling in every company in 2021? Pacing and patience. There is none.
Oh, I totally agree. I graded the pay-per-view. I really enjoyed it. Like I said from the start, I gave it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really good other than the ending
Well,
of that
it wasn't
one
a
match.
pay-per-view, FYI.
You know what I mean. It was supposed to. But anyways, yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was, I meant to say pay-per-view quality, because remember you said if you're grading something that high,
Yep.
that's what you told me.
And
So
it
I thought
was.
8 out of 10 was really good.
And you know what? We tied again. I gave it an 8 out of 10. There were things about the
There you
show
go.
I didn't particularly enjoy. The opener just seemed like it was kind of a waste. The Cody thing, like I said, that much more should be done to explain what that faction is, why they're there, what they're doing. I wouldn't have had Alan do the stair stunt this week, as much as I like the Scorpio Sky promo. Kevin Cassidy involved in any possibility of a pay-per-view main event is ridiculous. But again, you had a high-quality pay-per-view main event. Those guys went balls to the wall. I love the blood. It was a throwback to the pro wrestling I enjoyed. But they had to go overboard at the end with that stupid stunt. If it wasn't for some of those things, I might have even gone higher than that. I thoroughly enjoyed the blood and guts match.
I honestly thought...
To me, I have to say this. I would have saved it for the pay-per-view.
Right?
I think it would have drawn.
What I want to know is, did they come close to like anything with the first Blood and Guts ever? Like, was anything similar to it? I got to go back and watch it.
As far as the first War Games goes?
The length of it, some of the rules they followed, was any of that the same, or?
It was identical.
Okay, identical. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I told you I didn't go back and watch it.
What made me happy was they had the roof. I don't like the WWE doesn't have the roof, because they have to obviously, in every match, have the big jump off the top of the cage when 5 or 6 people just stand there looking like idiots waiting for someone to jump off. But no, I was happy that they used the roof unlike WWE does. And just, a great effort from everybody involved.
Right on. That's the thing is, I really, like I said, I thought it was good until the end. I almost thought I was going to give it a 9 out of 10. I thought the only reason why it wouldn't have been perfect is because of the couple of things with Kenny Omega. But other than that, I really thought I was going to grade it. I would have been the highest one I've ever gotten. Have we ever gotten a 10 out of 10?
No, I don't think I've ever given even a 9.
Yeah, me either.
I think
That's why
8 is about as high as I've gone. What did you think of the Jericho stunt?
Oh, I thought it was lousy. I thought that ruined it for me, just because it looked like he was falling back on like a mattress. Like it just, I don't know, it didn't look good because it didn't do anything.
It was like a DVD extra of showing how someone in an action-adventure movie was doing a stunt. You know what I mean?
What did you think of what they were wearing? They were wearing like the convict, basically, guard when they were in the ring. Did you like that, the Inner Circle?
I didn't really care either way. I liked how the heels all had white on because, if the blood was that bad, it would get all over their tights and make for a bigger mess. So I like to see the white there. If anything, having the baby faces all in the dark black like that, if the blood got all over them, it would kind of take away from it because it would be harder to see.
Right on. Yeah. Also, one other thing. It seemed like Jericho almost seemed like he was like kind of slow in this match, huh?
Well, he's not 25.
No, but it just didn't look like the Jericho we've seen the last few months. This event just looked like he wasn't like, I don't know, he was taking his time. Maybe that's the type of match it's supposed to be. I don't know.
It really didn't stand out to me either way, to be honest.
Oh, really? Okay. Maybe you're right. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got. No news and notes, obviously, other than a few people making fun of the finish of the match last night I seen on Twitter. But I haven't seen any real no news or notes for AEW at all.
Well, from bell to bell, if people didn't like that main event last night, I don't know. I don't know what it is they're looking for in professional wrestling. I thought
Let
it
me
was
ask you
great.
this. Let me ask you this. What do you think a rating for that is going to be? Do you think that's going to be 1.5 million, 1.2 million? If you were guessing, man.
I don't know if it'll hit the high number of its premiere, but if I'm going to throw out a prediction,
Yeah, prediction.
with
There
no
you go.
competition from NXT, I can't think of anything huge in the world of sports that went on. There was
Extra innings between the Red Sox and Tigers.
Well, I don't know about that, but and I can't think of anything big that was going on in the news that would make people flock to the news station. If it doesn't hit a 1.3, I'd be surprised.
There you go. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking between 1.2, 1.3. I think it could get there because that was such a quality event with the main event being so quality too.
If they anything over a 1.3, I would be breaking out the champagne bottles.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
If they could even come close to hitting what they hit the premiere week on TNT back in October of 2019, I would pop the cork on the champagne bottles in Jacksonville because it was a major success. The match itself was a major success. As far as how many eyeballs tuned in to see it, that remains to be seen. How many AEW fans are there? If they could not capture every even casual AEW fan last night for that big match the way it was built up, I mean, what more can you say? That just I think every AEW fan that exists, I imagine, watched that show last night.
Oh, absolutely. I would totally agree too.
So I'm kind of interested in the rating now.
That's right. It should be out later on today, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I was reading because I seen a report a few days ago. Someone reported that NXT only got a 449,000. I'm like, that's not right. And then I went back and they made a mistake. It was like 766,000.
Yeah, for the 449 with no competition, I couldn't imagine what else would have to be on TV for it to be that low.
Right on. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, no way. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got. Basically, everybody's got to tune in. You know, this weekend we got New Jack, ECW Legend. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on in the next couple of weeks, like we talked about. Watch-alongs. We have a couple guests coming in the studio. I can't wait.
It's a big month. I mean, look, 4 straight weeks of live episodes. What more could you ask for? We're going to have a ton of fun. We need you guys to interact. Again, that little $ symbol, that gray button, the super chat is open for business, whether you tip $1, $2, $10, $100, $1,000. We need everything we can get to keep these wrestling legends working and for us to keep the lights on. You know what? We'd like to eat sometimes. You know what I mean? We put a lot of effort into these shows. We'd love to
Hell
eat.
yeah.
And again, keep the studio rocking, keep the guests rolling in on a regular basis. You can also help with the eBay store. It's open 24/7. Tons of great merchandise from superstars of every era. Again, I was at the post office today. I was thrilled. I was at the Melrose post office. It was almost like I was at a nightclub, and there were two different women, one on each side of the register. Which one did I go to? There was no line, nothing. I couldn't believe it. I was disappointed. I only had 4 packages to mail, but such is life. I was just thrilled that there was no line. We had a nice joke about it before I went about my day and did other business. But it's always good because the more visits I have to make to the post office, that means it's more support from you guys from our different endeavors. Again, the New Jack autographs are available. He's going to have his book available, which will be great. We're doing pre-orders for Demolition Axe's return. If you want a Demolition autograph photo, Smash has already signed some photos from when he was with us in Tampa, so you can get it signed by both Axe and Smash. Tons of great merchandise. Check out that eBay store. Again, you can find the link in the description box below, or if you go to the BostonWrestling.com super site, just click the little button that says store. It'll take you right there. So for my partner in crime, Dave Carter, I am Dan Mirade. We will be back at 10 p.m. tonight to Party with Marty. The sex, drugs, and rock and roll no-holds-barred adventure continues as he looks at the World Wrestling Federation in 1989. We'll see you at 10 with Marty Jannetty. Good night. The World Wrestling Federation was live at the Oshawa Civic Center in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, Tuesday, May the 6th, 1986. In the opening contest, Candice Perdue beat Judy Martin. Tony Parisi with the win over Renee Goulet. Stevie Afi defeated Steve Lombardi. Ted Arcidi victorious over Iron Mike Sharp. The Fabulous Rougeau brothers beat the Hart Foundation. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with the win over the Iron Sheik. And in the main event, Corporal Kirchner defeated Nikolai Volkov. If you were in Oshawa live, share your memories in the comment section below. Use the link in the description box to keep Wrestling Legends working in our eBay store and on our world-renowned Patreon streaming service so we can bring you more interactive superstar shoot interviews to relive the good old days of professional wrestling. Check it out. Boston wrestling sports in the MWF explodes into a new year with professional wrestling content galore and need you to join our family. Every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. after our Monday Night Raw review, it's Wrestling Insiders at your house with WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas. Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. after NXT and AEW, join rotating legends on Wrestling Insiders Special Edition. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. after our NXT and Dynamite review, it's Marty Jannetty's no-holds-barred sex, drugs, and rock and roll journey on Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Friday night after SmackDown, don't miss John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insiders Fabulous Fridays. Plus, look for classic clips, history videos, bonus live episodes, pay-per-view watch-alongs, and more. For less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, get early ad-free access to our Wrestling Insider talk shows, our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library, and help keep Wrestling Legends working during the worst of times. Join our growing family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Expect the unexpected in 2021.